Hey guys, well, welcome back to the Hunting Grounds. If you've been keeping up with our semi-live video series every single week, you know a few weeks ago went up to Nebraska for their opening weekend of archery turkey season in hopes of bagging my first ever Nebraska longbeard. Well, due to some circumstances of weather and other things that just kind of got thrown in there and some misses, I ended up leaving without bagging my first ever longbeard in Nebraska. I told Tyler, who I was hunting with, that I'm going to be coming back and I'm going to be mad at those turkeys, so you be ready to go and we're going to get a tom down when I come back. Well, it's that time. I got back with Tyler. We don't have a bunch of B-roll heading out that morning because it is pitch black. I have no idea where we're going. We are jumping fences and about spraining my ankles every 2 steps going through this cattle field, and he says that he's been having a few toms roost up in the trees down there with the hens, and we are hoping as the sun starts coming up that we're going to hear some gobbles. Guess what? We start hearing gobbles and he's talking to us.
Alright, well, good morning. We are back out in Nebraska. I've got Tyler here. You see Tyler? And we're set up on this old dendro. We've got a couple of toms gobbling back here. Just put out a couple of lone hens, decoys out in front of us right now, but hoping a big old tom comes in and wants a little bit of the mojo choke action. So it's already looking good. There they are, right on cue. So we're gonna tuck back and get ready for some action. I'm really worked up. I'm just gonna go see him. Oh, damn. That was awesome. That was cool. That hand's still right there.
Alright, so we got it done this morning here in Nebraska. Yeah, met up with Tyler through some connections with the show basically, and decided to get with him, come up on my first ever Nebraska turkey hunt. We'd come up in archery season, we're not successful, or I wasn't at least. He was successful in getting me on birds, but at flinging arrows I wasn't too successful, so we came back out, leveled the playing field with the shotgun, with the mojo choke in it, and this boy came in. What time was it when we were done this morning?
It was, what, little...
Was it before 7? Before 7, for sure. He came up strutting beautifully. He wasn't roosting too far back in these trees. Couldn't be more happy and more blessed with this bird. Beautiful, probably 2-year-old bird, and beautiful footage, beautiful day. We're gonna go try to get him on a bird, and if we fill a tag for him, then I might get another tag and we'll go after another bird here in Nebraska. Super blessed, and I'm pretty excited. I lost about everything. I was worried that all body functions were going to fail when that tom was coming in, because he was coming in hot. So we're going to get after it. So then Tyler asked me, what do you want to do? You want to get another tag and go after another turkey? What do you want to do? And I was like, well, I feel blessed enough already. I got my first long beard down in Nebraska. That's more than I was even expecting. So why don't we take you hunting? You can get your first bird of the season down. You never had a turkey ever filmed. I'll film you and we'll just see what happens. And so we went to this one place, and luckily he didn't have the video camera in hand because he is a long-legged half gazelle, and he decided to jump this creek after some toms that we saw strutting in the field. And this creek, I don't know how wide it was 8 or 10 foot wide, it seemed like, and he just leaped across and like did a half backflip somersault, landed it, and I'm pretty sure he did the Olympic kind of thing there at the end. And he said, "You ready, Steve?" And here I am with all the camera gear, and I'm going to give it my best shot. I did not make it. Ended up landing in the middle of that creek. And if you've ever been to Nebraska, there is not rocks like there is here in the Ozarks. So the bottom of a creek, there is no bottom. It's just mud and mud and mud and mud. So I'd sank. I was in water up to here. I managed to keep the camera above water. My cell phone worked halfway for half the day and ended up coming back to life later that day. Didn't get on those toms, and I told him, man, I was mad at these turkeys. We've got to kill something. So then we got a bite to eat while my Realtree camo was hung out all over the truck trying to dry. And we went to a public piece of ground, and while I'm sitting there changing back into my Realtree half-wet camo, he said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "No, I don't think so." I said, "Maybe a gobbler." We stepped into the public ground. He gobbled. We took off running, got in there just a little ways. He did a call. He gobbled a few seconds later, and I said, "Man, we have got to set up." So we sat up, did another call. He didn't answer, and I knew he was going to be sneaking in, and here he came. I don't know if I got one film. Yes. That's too big of a glare. Nice. That's crazy. Nice shot. Oh yeah. Pretty decent shot. What, 40 yards or something? Yeah. So that was another incredible hunt, and we have tagged our second turkey in Nebraska by 2:22. The whole hunt of Tyler's, from the time we drove up to change to getting in there, throwing the turkey in the back of the truck, was 22 minutes. Well, at that point, Tyler asked me what I wanted to do, and I was not going home this quick because this is one of those special days in the turkey woods that we all dream about. There's just those days that they're fired up and they're gonna respond, they're gonna come in. You can go back there the next day where you've seen turkeys all day long and it's like there's nothing there. So we decided to take advantage. I went and bought another turkey tag, and we went out to this one piece of property. We haven't been seeing too many birds. They have been seeing them. Got out there, saw one tom, started doing a little sneak with him with the Mojo scoot and shoot. He wasn't really having much to do with us. Tyler starts flipping out behind me, and lo and behold, on the other end of the field comes like 4 toms, a bunch of hens, and jakes, and he is flipping out. We don't know what to do. At that point, the wind has increased to like gusting 30 miles an hour. The turkeys are not having it. It is make or break right now. Those turkeys came in the field and they're gonna head to the far tree line and be gone, and we aren't gonna be able to intersect them before they go to roost. So I took that Mojo scoot and shoot and I told Tyler, you better film this. We're gonna see what happens, and off I went. probably 3 toms and a whole bunch of hens. Didn't know what was up until the Mojo choke woke them up. Bird number 2 in Nebraska, scoot and shoot. I'm just gonna say 100-yard sneak right there with a scoot and shoot on this tom. Double bearded tom, my first ever 2 kill in one day. All happened in Nebraska. Can't thank Tyler enough. It is extremely windy. We're gonna get out of the wind. And I'm gonna get home with turkey tags filled from Nebraska. Couldn't be more blessed. I thank God. And stay tuned in because we got a lot more turkey hunts coming. Well, that was just another crazy hunt. That makes 3 birds down in Nebraska by 4 o'clock in one day. I've not only tagged my first ever Nebraska longbeard, but my second one. And I had an awesome hunt at that. My knees didn't recover for an entire week after that whole ordeal, but that Mojo scoot and shoot allowed me to get up there. I said on video, I think it was 100 yards. It was more like 150 to 200 yard sneak. Allowed me to get within 30 yards of these turkeys with them eyeballing me the entire time, and allowed me to fill my second tag. I couldn't be any more blessed. And of course, in Nebraska, I can go get another turkey, but at that point, we decided to call it good. Wrapped it up, went back, told stories, and just enjoyed the moment, and that was what it was all about, and could not be more blessed. And that was the most exciting, best turkey hunt that I have ever been on to date. Well, if you guys thought those were some action-packed hunts, you have to stay tuned in for next week. Scotty and I head up to Kansas for a weekend, and we have 3 turkey tags to fill, and we fill 3 turkey tags in a day and a half with action that rivals this week's hunting action. I just can't believe the season that we are having so far. Truly blessed. All our sponsored gear is performing at its greatest, and we are pulling off shots. Sometimes we're missing, but we end up coming back on top at the very end, and we are just excited to be bringing you guys all this hunting footage. If you guys aren't keeping up with us, every single week we are posting semi-live stuff on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube, and on our website, so be sure to check all that out. You guys can see all that information down below or at the top of our page. Guys, until next time, please go out of your way to get a youth or new hunter involved in the outdoors, and as always, have a better than average day. You ready?